Alright, welcome back. I'm gonna be honest with you. I do not remember what the fuck we were talking about. I mean, I know it was Marvel and DC, but I don't remember where I left off.
How the Justice League TV show was the only reason people care about DC anymore.
Yeah. DC, no, dude, those TV it's not just the Justice League TV show, it's all of those fucking anime shows that we grew up with. The original Batman, Superman, Batman Beyond, fucking Justice League Unlimited, Teen Titans, which technically isn't sort of the same continuity, but it's the same people writing it. Dude, that shit is 100% the only reason people give a shit about fucking DC still. Like, for real. Cause
did you know they never actually finished some of the storylines? And then they did finish some of the stuff in comics?
No, they finished a lot of it in later movies, actually, too.
Yeah. So they made some comics.
Comics are all dubiously canon. I know because there's this guy called Watchtower.
I know. I watch him too.
2-hour-long videos explaining this shit, and I agree with him.
And I've watched most of those
too. The comics are dubious at best.
Yeah. And then they made another movie, like 20 years after the last episode was released, set in the same universe, which I'm like, what?
My favorite one is in Batman the Animated Series, Barbara breaks up with Dick Grayson and he leaves because Batman's fucking Batgirl.
Yep.
And then they cut all the way to Batman Beyond where they confirm that she was fucking Batman. And then many years later, we get a continuity movie about Jason Todd that takes place in the same universe where they show the scene of him fucking Batgirl, and I was like, I hate everything.
A lot of people hate it, so...
It's funny because everyone's like, this movie is so good, and then they get to the scene where he fucks Batgirl, and everyone's like, God, I hate this fucking scene. This scene ruins, like, the whole movie, because this movie is super good. And then they throw that in there for no fucking reason, probably just to get it that higher rating and get more older people to watch the movie, and then they're just like, fuck this shit.
It's such a bad thing.
And I'm just like, we didn't need 3 separate shows confirming that Batman fucks Batgirl. We didn't need it.
What's also annoying is there was going to be so much more with Batman Beyond that they wanted to do, but they never did.
There's a lot of reasons for that. It's mostly because you can blame the WB for that. The Warner Brothers, you figure Warner Brothers would want to make good shows for their comic books because they own DC. No. They actively were maliciously trying to like kill a lot of those shows. It is obnoxious. You know why Justice League? You know how all of the DC shows were on WB for Kids on Saturday mornings and shit? Yeah. And then all of a sudden Justice League premiered on fucking Cartoon Network and wasn't on the WB. You want to know why that was?
Why was that?
Because originally WB was only going to let them have another show about a bunch of superheroes if all of the superheroes were kids. So they were going to make all of them like children, and they were going to go do children's superhero adventures because they were only going to sell shows to children. And then Cartoon Network called them up and were like, we want you to make a show for us. And they were like, well, what do you want? And they were like, we don't care. Make whatever you want. And they were like, fuck this then, and left.
You have 3 story missions to watch.
We'll do Sasuke's first. But yeah, literally Cartoon Network was just like, you can do whatever you want. And they're like, do we need to have a certain number of kids in the show? And they were like, why would we need that? And then they were like, alright, well, we're going to make a show on Cartoon Network.
Dude, I love it. Dude, I love, because I wouldn't like watch the whole thing, but I recently rewatched a good chunk of Justice League. The animated series.
I want to rewatch that whole cinematic universe from beginning to end. Because I've never actually done it like that.
I don't think I ever watched... I watched a good chunk of, Batman.
I've seen pretty much all of Batman. I saw a little bit of Superman, but even as a child, I didn't really like Superman. Batman Beyond I watched from beginning to end because that show was dope. Static Shock I watched from beginning to end because that show was dope.
Right, I forgot you could technically count him in there.
He shows up several times,
yeah,
even in Justice League.
I forgot you're supposed to count him into that animated series.
Same universe.
Because he also shows up, and so does like Green Lantern shows up in his thing too.
Green Lantern shows
Batman.
up. Both young Static Shock and old Static Shock show up in Batman and Justice League continuity-wise.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Dude, Static Shock is great.
Dude, Static Shock is the epitome of missed potential. Because he should be massive in the comic books industry, but no one really wanted to write a comic for him. So he just kind of had the show and then fizzled out.
He's actually had a bit of a resurgence in the comics.
Yeah.
From what I've understood.
Recently. Yeah. It's a new thing. But they should have had, from like day one, they should have had a Static Shock comic running. When that show was at its peak, there should have been a comic running for that fucking show. And there kind of was at points, but it didn't do very well, and then it like got canceled or moved out.
Dude, Static Shock was such a cool character.
It was a little bit of a mess.
I saw this thing. It was a group of guys that like watched DC and comics and Marvel and such, and they were like, name a superhero, a black superhero who does not have the word black in their name or has electric powers.
Impossible.
And they literally could, they couldn't think of anything.
The answer is Green Lantern. However, only kind of. Yeah, because he's only one of 3 congruent Green Lanterns. So
actually
4 congruent Green Lanterns now. They just added a new Green Lantern.
Yeah, the girl with the weird eye.
The girl with the eye thing. Yeah.
So
I like her though. She's a good one.
You enjoy Green Lantern a bit, right?
Yeah, he's okay. I think in Justice League, the Justice League John Stewart's Green Lantern is the best one overall. I think he's the best.
Yeah, Justice League.
So now this is what I'm talking about. Where we did Sasuke's thing, so now we're gonna go see what other Sasuke people are doing, and then we're gonna go down and see what Naruto's doing while this is happening.
This is so stupid.
Yeah.
But what was I saying? Like, so there's 3. Well, just say 3 because it's easier. Because I don't really know much about the girl with the weird eye thing. So
she's pretty new. To be fair, there's not a lot to know.
So we have Kyle. I think it's Rayner, which is the jet pilot.
Yeah, the original Green Lantern.
Then we have John Stewart.
Yep.
Which is, I think he was Army.
He was. I
know he was military.
He was military. I can't remember. I think he was also a pilot, but I don't remember.
And then we have Guy Gardner, which I don't know if you know about Guy Gardner, but Guy Gardner was, I think, one of the original Green Lanterns. He was actually supposed to get the ring instead of Kyle.
I was like, hold on, my my thing got locked.
So he was actually supposed to get the ring instead. He has had so much shit just dealt to him, and like everybody's like, oh, he's such a shitty character, and like everybody hates him. And the reason he's such an asshole and shitty character is because the original Green Lantern literally fucked his wife.
Yeah.
When he was in a coma.
Yes.
He was hit by a literal car by the original Green Lantern. There's more, but just a bunch of stupid ass shit kept ruining his life. He got into a coma. He wakes back up and he's a completely different person supposedly, and kind of an asshole. And it's just no, he has every right to be an asshole.
No, Guy Gardner's great. Honestly, one of the better Green Lanterns. I think he's better than the first Green Lantern. The first Green Lantern's a little plain.
Yeah, no, he's actually going to be great. It's going to be great because
the first Green Lantern's main claim to fame is him coming home and finding his wife's corpse in his freezer. That's like his biggest claim to fame.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. But yeah, no, he gets a lot of flack. But he's actually an interesting character just because good. Guy Gardner is just an asshole, but he has a really strong willpower, so that's why the ring select him. You don't have to be a good person to get the ring.
No, you don't need to be a good guy. They've proven that multiple times. You don't need to be a good guy to get the ring.
Yeah, you just have to be really strong-willed.
Something that in the case of the Green Lantern, you need to be strong-willed. And the
which
other lights have different criteria.
Yeah, which is part of the reason why Sinestro gets it, because even though Sinestro is a bad guy, he got the ring because he's very will-powered.
Red is
rage.
Speaking of rings, the only thing I've ever liked Supergirl do, man, was when they turned her into a villain.
Oh yeah,
and gave her the fucking red ring. Is the coolest thing that character has ever been a part of.
When they had the, I think it was called the Lantern Wars. When they have everybody they gave a bunch of people different rings.
Also, the red rings have the best fucking villains. One of them's just a cat. It's just a really pissed off cat. Yeah. He's just a really pissed off cat, and he got a red ring.
Yep.
The ring was just this would be hilarious.
Well, I think what's funny about that is they make him the Squirrel Green Lantern a lot.
Yeah, of
which
course.
is very funny.
They have to have the animals fight other animals. It wouldn't be fair if they had to fight humans.
And then I think there's the blue one, which is intelligence or wisdom.
Yep.
Which I think they give to a dolphin.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That's the stupidest thing. Oh, it's so stupid.
My favorite are the ones where like Batman obtains like the green ring. He's just like, here, take this back. This shit's too powerful. I don't want this shit.
Dude, they literally give Batman the green ring at one point, and he just literally becomes unstoppable.
Yeah, he gets the green ring like pretty consistently. I think he's gone on like 3 separate occasions, and he's always and every time he uses it to do whatever needs to be done, and then he's just like, I don't want this shit.
They give him a blue ring at one point too.
I think he got all the rings at one point and became a White Lantern one time. I think it was one time.
Maybe I don't think that one's.
I don't think it's canon. No, I think
they did recently give the first Green Lantern.
He got all of them.
He got all of them,
and now he is the only consistent White Lantern.
But no, he's also the Rainbow Lantern now too.
Oh, Rainbow Lantern,
which is like, this is so stupid.
The name changing on the lantern rings is a fucking nonsense. I feel like they do it every couple of years.
Well,
they like, now it's this.
They had They had the Black Lantern ring, which was the Death.
That was the Darkest Nights.
Yes, the Darkest Nights series.
But there's only one Black Lantern ring. Mm-hmm. That's the cake, which is good because that ring is fucking OP as shit.
It doesn't exist in the comics anymore. I think they destroyed that ring.
Yeah, well, they had to.
But like, he's got every other ring. He got like the blue, the sapphire, the green, the red, the yellow, and all of the different lantern people are like, dude, we're gonna fucking, why you take all these rings? And I'm like, I don't want them.
I don't even want these rings. Yeah, and then they like try and kill him because they think he's like up to no good because he has all these rings.
And then he goes to Oa, the home world of the Green Lanterns, and he's just like, dude, what's up with this? Why do I have all these rings? And they're like, you stole all those rings. Yeah. And he's just like, what the fuck, dude? Can we just talk about how like the people in charge of Oa, the Green Lantern world, are terrible?
Idiots. No, like fucking stupid. Like actually fucking stupid.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
Yes, it's funny. I always think about this because they're always like, these are the elders that control everything and make all the decisions for the Green Lantern Corps, and I'm like, no wonder there's so much crime in the universe. These people are fucking incompetent.
Yeah, they're so stupid.
Idiots. Don't know in anything they're doing.
I don't know. Regardless, at this rate, there's going to be a multinational search for Sasuke, and they're going to get him.
That's cool. Now name me another black superhero that doesn't have lightning or black in his name.
Lightning powers are black in his name.
Yeah.
Because people, and then literally somebody goes, Black Lightning, and I'm like,
it literally has both in the name.
Yep. and then I'm thinking, I'm watching this video, and the guy goes, Static Shock, and I'm like, no, that's got lightning powers.
It's actually a really hard challenge because there's so many.
I don't know what a comics writer's obsession with making superheroes have electric powers.
I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that someone will create a character and then other people see that character and then steal that idea. But they'll change it a little bit to be different.
Yeah, change it enough to get your credit.
Which is why we have so many duplicate heroes from like both brands that are like really similar.
Well, part of that reason was also a lot of those guys wrote for the same. Row for both, and then get fired and go to the other one. Yeah. And their copyright was not as enforced back then.
Well, it's not that it wasn't enforced; it's that they literally changed them just enough to be legally distinct.
And here's one superhero that I can think of, but like, could you consider his powers electricity? Cyborg.
Cyborg is a good one. I would not consider his powers electricity. The one that I was thinking of, although I can't think of his name, which means I might already be losing the challenge, is the Black Flash. There is a Flash. There's a character that has very similar powers to the Flash, and was later retconned into being part of the Speed Force. But originally he wasn't part of the Speed Force, but he was just a really fast dude who ran like the Flash. He was a black superhero. I can't remember his name. I think it might be Black Lightning, and I might already be screwing this up. But, like, he didn't have lightning powers, but when he ran, there was lightning trails behind him. So I was always like, does that count, or does that not count?
It is weird how many people they have. They just give a lot of that power to a lot of them. And the only one, Green Lantern's like the only one that I can really think of.
Green Lantern's the only consistent one, and the irony is that he's like the second Green Lantern.
But he's the one I honestly like the more.
He's the better of the Green Lanterns. Him and Guy Gardner, I think, are the two strongest Green Lanterns. Plot-wise, not power-wise. Because the first Green Lantern is clearly more powerful with his rainbow lantern.
I'm going to be honest. The best Green Lantern is literally just the planet that is a Green Lantern. Not even the world they go to.
Yeah.
That is the main world of Oa. It's literally just the planet that is a Green Lantern. He is canonically the strongest Green Lantern.
It is very funny. However, he shows up so inconsistently that I can't consider him the best Green Lantern.
He's also used as a MacGuffin to stop super powerful enemies.
Yeah, except Superman.
Yeah, except for Superman.
Superman just launches his ass into the sun.
Well, it's funny when there's... Oh, actually, in the Injustice series, when all of the Green Lanterns go to Earth to try to stop Superman, the planet isn't actually in that fight.
Yeah.
So, that's why you mean...
So he's not there.
He's not there.
Can't be helped.
But no, it is funny to me, because there's just some weird aliens that they have in there. And then, as much as we're talking about Green Lanterns, I love my boy Kilowog, who's the alien who trains Kyle.
Oh, yeah.
I like him just because he calls everybody Boozer,
whatever it is.
Basically grunt.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
He's just great because he's just a big, dumb, giant alien muscle man who's just like, I know what the fuck I'm doing, and you're an idiot.
He talks with a Brooklyn accent.
Yeah, he's great. He's great.
Yeah, he is great.
Yeah.
The newest Green Lantern's pretty good too. I can't remember her name.
That weird eye thing.
She's got the eye tattoo over her eye when she goes Green Lantern.
Yeah,
which
is interesting.
Which is dumb, but
it's a choice.
It also makes her stand out a lot more compared to the other Green Lanterns, so I'll take it because there's becoming way too many fucking Green Lanterns.
Yeah, dude, and I'm not even thinking. Some of the alien Green Lanterns are crazy. There's one Green Lantern who's like a warlord, like Japanese style, sword using a princess.
Yeah.
Who's an ultra badass, and I'm like, okay, that one's kind of cool.
Right. But yeah, there's a lot of
so many Green Lanterns.
The thing that I wanted to talk about with the newest one though is that because she's the newest one, she's fallen into the woke writing style of writing characters. I think she's good, and I think they did a better job with her than a lot of the other fucking characters. But her whole thing is that she's afraid to leave her house.
Social anxiety?
Yeah, she has social anxiety, which I find really funny. Which is really funny because she's a Green Lantern with social anxiety. But her social anxiety is kind of justified because she was on a camping trip with her friends and all of them were murdered by a serial killer except for her. And now she has a fear of people. So at least I'm like, alright, well at least that's a good reason. I'll give her that.
Yeah, it is very funny to me.
But she does fall into that new character writing style of we need to give everyone some sort of disability or else they can't be a hero.
Yeah, this one right here.
Yeah, that's her. I like her animated universe version better with the short hair. I think the short hair looks better.
I knew we're going to meet the Raikage, but
I don't remember. I think Earth is I don't remember because there's sectors is what they're supposed to protect.
Yeah.
I don't remember what Earth is.
And for some reason, Earth sector has 4 separate Green Lanterns protecting it.
Yeah, it's I think this is 2814. I believe is what Earth is.
Sure.
And she's the first female representative of the court to protect this area, along with the other 3 males.
Yeah, 3 2 males now. The other one turned into the Rainbow Lantern. He does his own shit.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, she has crippling anxiety. I never
thought you'd notice me.
It was interesting choice.
Yeah, crippling anxiety. Right. That was my thought process too. It was that's an interesting choice, but I'll
I think there's now more than 4 human Green Lanterns because I forgot about Alan Scott.
I also forgot about Alan Scott.
And then there's Green Lantern, that's Kyle.
Yeah, that's Kyle.
And then Guy Gardner.
I still think Guy Gardner and John Stewart are the 2 best.
Yeah.
I think they have the strongest characters. They've also just heard more media about the 2 of them.
Yeah, because I don't.
Shit, the new Girl got a whole movie actually.
Yeah, with Batman.
Yeah, and that movie was okay.
It was okay.
I thought it was fine. It wasn't their best showing, but it wasn't bad. I thought it was fine. I'd give it a solid 7 out of 10. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was fine. It was nothing incredible, but it was fine.
Yeah, it was alright.
It's okay. I liked her.
Was that movie had weird time travel stuff? No,
yeah, that was the one with weird time travel stuff. That's why I would. You know what? I'm bumping it down to a 6 because of the weird time travel stuff. Because the time travel stuff was nonsense. But yeah.
Yeah, because I think the group that they were fighting was from the future, but also not. It was really stupid.
Well, he
was also Cosmic Dust. I can't remember.
He was teamed up with a guy with amnesia, and he had the amnesia because he couldn't take his pills to keep his powers under wrap or something, and that was making him unstable.
Yeah, and then she had a weird love interest with him, but also didn't. It was weird. weird.
Yeah. And then I thought she was going to go to the future with him to be, like, his love interest, but then she, like, didn't, and I was like, I thought that was weird.
Right, and then I forgot, that was the movie, and then I forgot that they made another movie that had, Miss Martian.
Miss Martian, yeah. I never saw the Miss Martian movie,
which I heard that one was also meh, and there was a funny scene where Batman, where Miss Martian is like, he's talking to Batman, she's like, I'll help you out, Batman, and he's just like, I work alone, and then she transforms into Robin, and he's just like, point taken.
Point taken. He's like, point taken.
It definitely was very funny, man, because he got called out.
He got called out like a bitch. Wait, why do I not have the other one set? Oh, maybe I don't have them locked yet.
One style, one shirt, sure.
I'll see what I can do afterwards. No, that's different one.
Yeah, that's one style, one shirt.
I've had the path sealed. You won't.
Whoops.
Don't panic. We just have to defeat the one who affixed the seal.
Then let's beat him already and get going again.
Naruto, he wants to get going again. Oh no, okay, that's the different one. It's the forward one. Okay, I have the right answer.
Yeah.
The moral of the story, though, is that DC is being held up entirely by the nostalgia of its good animated series from long ago, and the animated movies that are coming out that are much better than the movies that go to theaters, but for some reason they refuse to put the animated movies in the theaters.
Direct-to-video, which is always stupid.
Which I fucking hate, because they're so much better than the actual live-action movies they make.
Yeah, no, the live-action movies are kind of trash garbage. I don't know too much on the new Superman movie that's coming out. From what I've heard, reviews are, it's not terrible.
I've heard conflicting.
And it's not
honestly.
Great.
Yeah, it's pretty like, eh. To be fair, it's exactly how I expected a Superman movie to do, which was meh. Yeah, it's meh.
A lot of people are like, it's not stylish. Who's the last guy who made this play? One who made the morally gray Superman, which is not the character.
To be fair, this isn't better, because this time they made a morally edgy Superman, which is also not the character. Like, both of them no one does Superman right, ironically, except for the Justice League Unlimited series.
Yeah, because people are like, oh, you know, I don't like it because he's boring, you know, he's a, what's the insult they use?
Boy Scout.
Boy Scout?
Yeah, he's Boy Scout.
Which he is. But that is what he's supposed to be.
That's the point.
Yeah.
I've talked about it before, but I will talk about it again, because I don't care. Which is that Superman works best when he's up against enemies that he can't just, like, punch a hole through.
Yeah.
So, like, Superman's at his best when he's, like, has to put his ideology against someone else's ideology. The problem is,
you don't put him against a force that he can fight with violence.
Yeah, so, like,
you put him against a force that he needs to use his ways to beat.
And they, like, kind of did that in the movie, because they, like, cancel Superman. Yes, I shit you not. This was the plot line, is that
the new movie
got canceled because the director of the movie got canceled. So you really need to put his 2 cents in there about being canceled.
This is the stupidest thing. I don't understand.
This is why I'm like, it's not good. It's not the worst, but it's not good. Definitely on the lower totem pole of good ideas. But yeah, I think Superman is definitely the strongest one. He's just like Lex Luthor. I've talked about it before, but Lex Luthor is the perfect villain for Superman, because he's just a super rich political figure that everyone likes. The people like Lex Luthor. That's why he becomes president. Yeah. That's why he becomes, like, mayor. That's why he has all these things. The people like him because, to the people, he's a good guy doing good things. And, on top of that, even in the situation with Superman, his thought processes for why he's doing the things he does is usually pretty good.
It's pretty human-centric,
yeah. Because most of his thought process is like, I'm doing this because Superman is a threat to the human race. If he wanted to, he could annihilate all of us. Which is why I'm putting all this shit in place to stop him from being able to do that. His reasoning, the thing with Lex Luthor is that his reasoning makes sense, but his solutions are usually what's bad. That's what makes Lex a good
his own
character.
ego gets mixed in there too, which makes it a problem.
Yeah, and his ego, on top of that, his ego also adds to that. But that's what makes Lex Luthor an interesting character for Superman. Unfortunately, we're going to have to pick this up in the next part, though. So we'll see you guys then. Peace.